Saskatoon City Council and the Muskeg Lake Cree Nation have agreed to explore a strategic partnership toward the development of the downtown event and entertainment district. And I am joined now by Saskatoon Mayor Cynthia Block. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy.
So there's a lot of words there, a strategic development, all this stuff. What does this mean? What is exactly going on here? We're going to start discussions with the Muskeg Lake Cree Nation. What is exactly the plan here for this?
And yes, and those discussions are already underway since we did the signing last week. And really it is putting one step forward. And, you know, for your viewers, this has always been the journey to the district. You don't make a move until it makes sense. And so this is the next move. Will it lead to more steps going forward? That's what we're trying to explore to figure out. So whether this is understanding, you know, deed proper, like the two major pieces of infrastructure, like the arena and the convention center. But what about all of that land assembly that has been done over many years? And how might that also be a part of our discussions? And I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I think that it's worth exploring for sure. Okay.
So what are the hopes and dreams here? Like Muskeg Lake has a proven track record in this city, right? Urban Reserve has done incredibly well. But are we looking at a new urban reserve in the downtown potentially with them? Or, I mean, there are several around the city. These have been, I think, boons for the city. But could this very visible focal point of our city be located on an urban reserve at some point?
I mean, everything's in play. So, of course, it's a possibility. And I think it's something that, you know, not everyone in Saskatoon, I think, understands that. Like, we had the first urban reserve in all of Canada, which was with Muskeg Lake. We now have 12. They've been extremely successful for the nations and for our city. And just so everyone knows, it's willing buyer, willing seller on the land purchase. And then urban reserve property taxes are actually called a municipal servicing agreement, which is the exact equivalent of what anyone else would pay for property tax. It's a nation-to-nation agreement, and so it gets called something else. But it's all fair for everyone, and this is an extraordinary opportunity to go forward in not only a great business way, but also, I mean, for all of the reasons that we can go side by side together and do a project that is, you know, to be economically beneficial for the residents of our city and for the nation.
I think it was said in council that Muskeg Lake approached the city with this idea to maybe have these discussions. Has anyone else been out there looking to maybe partner with the city on this project?
Yes, they have, and more than one. And I think it depends on, you know, what we're talking about. And because this is all very new, like this could be the very, very first of its kind in Canada, this type of approach in a revitalization project in partnership in the downtown. So we don't know for sure, but we have definitely had other interest from other folks, but nobody that we have actually met with to talk about this further. You know, I'll take that back, because some of the folks that are coming to talk about it are looking at more like the periphery around the downtown event and entertainment district, and just interested in investing in the downtown period. So maybe not deed proper, but all of the other pieces that are going to be able to look forward to some economic benefit as well if this goes forward in the way that we hope.
Okay, so how does this work then? What is next? I know they're supposed to update council on how the discussions are progressing. What kind of things are we going to hear about this over the next little while?
You know, I think this is a really hard question to answer, Jeremy, because we don't know. Sure. I anticipate that we'll be talking about what would a partnership look like? What would an urban reserve look like? What would, you know, an equity stake look like in some of these facilities that we are building for our whole community? And yet, how do we also, one of the questions I will have is, how do we make sure that we're maintaining the direction of council in terms of what this facility is to be for the residents of Saskatoon? We went out to engagement. We heard from residents about what they expect. And so it will will be my expectation that when they come back and start doing that reporting, are we ticking all of the boxes that this is going to be a place for all people, not just people that can afford a ticket to go to a venue? This is designed to be public space for the residents of our city and for the visitors that will come. And I have a lot of optimism that we can figure out a way to do both.
All right. Exciting stuff. Mayor Cynthia Block, thank you for an update on this morning.
Thank you.